Hello, thank you for watching the trailer for our game. The Black Book is an adventure game based on authentic Russian folklore, namely on Mythology stories about meetings of people with evil spirits, unraveling the mysterious story that formed the basis of the plot of the Black Book. Players will encounter many mythological creatures along their way, and join some in battle, learning new things about the original and rich world of Russian cultural heritage. Black Book is the second game developed by Mythology, a small indie studio from Perm, Russia. Our first game, The Moose Man, was a short narrative experience based on myths of Finno-Ugric people. The Moose Man was released in 2017 on Steam. After we finished working on The Moose Man, we wanted to make another game based on Russian mythos, but this time something much bigger in scale. And for a while, we couldn't really decide on which myth or folktale to use. All of us grew up with these stories, so each of us had their favorite, and we argued for days on which to pick, until it hit us. Why not depict most, if not all of them, in a single game? And that's how we came around to the initial concept of Black Book. At its core, the game is a mix of an adventure game and a deck-building RPG. In Black Book, you'll play as Vasilisa, an apprentice sorcerer trained in witchcraft. Vasilisa sets out on an adventure to unlock the 7 seals of the Black Book, a mysterious artifact said to make any wish come true. On her journey, she will aid folk with their demon problems, sometimes by performing rituals, and other times by talking to the creature himself and persuading him to stop hassling poor peasants. And if diplomacy fails, Vasilisa will engage in battle, using a card-based combat system. All of the cards are based on hexes and spells from Russian mythos, and you'll collect them on your journey through the game. In some cases, Vasilisa will have to channel her dark side. Putting a curse on someone or flat out denying help may prove beneficial to the player. Vasilisa will also have a roster of idle demons at her side, which she'll have to use in order to grow stronger. And if she won't, bored demons might just decide to torture Vasilisa herself instead. While on her quest, Vasilisa will meet a lot of peculiar characters, from ordinary common folk pestered by demons, to other, more extraordinary personalities, like a war-battered soldier who's deathly afraid of anything paranormal, an enigmatic seamstress whose entire existence is shrouded in mystery, and even a talking cat with a dry sense of humor. One of the main goals in the development of the Black Book was to faithfully convey the culture of the time, language, customs, fears, and afflictions. The environment of the game also plays an important part in that, and that's why we paid special attention to the depiction of historically significant structures into the game. Many creatures, pulled straight from Russian folktales and myths, will confront Vasilisa throughout the game. Some will aid her in some way, or even join her party, while others can be quite mischievous, or even outright dangerous. We took extra effort to achieve authenticity in our portrayal of these creatures, using old texts of classical myths, illustrations from folktale books, and every other source we could find as reference. Black Book features a wide variety of mythological creatures, from some that gaming fans may recognize, like Lishi, Kikimora, Chorts, and Drowners, to other more obscure ones. Obduriha, the spirit that haunts bathhouses, Vodyanoi, an evil and vindictive spirit that dwells in lakes and rivers, and the disease-ridden Lihomanka, a female spirit that causes sickness in anyone who comes into close contact. All of these and many others will confront the player during their adventures in rural Russia. In Black Book, we do our best to ensure that every aspect of Russian culture and folklore is represented properly. Town of Cherdyn, where most of the game takes place, is the oldest town in the Ural region, so we did a lot of location scouting over there just to make sure that the game looks as authentic as possible. Wooden huts that villagers of old Russia lived in, a flour mill haunted by a demon at night, and a shed used to store provisions. All of these locations, as well as many others that you'll see in Black Book, are counterparts of centuries-old buildings that stand to this day. Moreover, professional ethnographers and historians were involved to bring authenticity to the depiction of the rituals and beliefs of that era. In the end, Black Book is a great opportunity to get acquainted with Russian mythology and its history and tradition. We grew up with these folktales, and would love nothing more than to depict these stories in a modern, unique way. With Black Book, we want to prove that obscure myths and stories from different parts of the world can engage and excite gaming fans all over the world. And for that, we need your help. Support us on Kickstarter, and together, we'll breathe life into the mystifying world of Cherdin, where reality neighbors myth. Thank you, and I hope you'll enjoy playing Black Book.